Hi everyone, it's Carla. I'm back with my little beautiful baby that I received in a trade with a fellow YouTuber, Amanda Kennedy. She's part of the Reborn community on YouTube. I just happened to punch in Reborns for trade, and a prior video came up with her name, and she had traded someone a few months ago, and she had mentioned on there that even though it was a few months old, that she had a Ashton Drake, and you know I love Ashton Drakes, and so I wrote her, and she said no, sorry, that Ashton Drake had sold, but she had a little doll that she thought might be a Donna Rubert doll, and would I think about trading that, and what did I have to trade. And so I sent her pictures of my Fayen that I had painted, my little bald baby Fayen. And she was interested in her, and then she sent me pictures of this little baby, and of course I was interested in her, little open-eyed baby, and this baby had rooted hair and little pierced ears, and so, and a magnetic passy, and so that intrigued me. And so she was awesome to communicate with. We wrote each other back and forth over the course of a day. The next day we each sent our babies out within minutes of each other. We messaged each other the tracking information. My baby got to her on Saturday, and her baby got to me here on Monday, first thing in the morning. So I couldn't be happier. I want to thank Amanda for a wonderful trade, and anybody that's interested in trading with Amanda Kennedy, you can look her up. That's her YouTube channel name, Amanda Kennedy. And she just did a box opening of the Fayen kit that I traded her on Saturday, so you can kind of find her that way too. But yeah, she's just very sweet, and I couldn't be happier with this baby. Now I'm going to show you, she is an older baby. She received this doll in a trade with somebody else, and so when I asked her questions about what it was weighted with and that, she really didn't know to tell me. Since, you know, it wasn't her doll, it was one that was traded to her. So when I got her, she included a belly plate that was painted for her, very pretty with veining and mottling. I've never had a belly plate, so that's a little girl belly plate that I was, you know, very excited to get. She sent along 2 passies. She was in a beautiful little newborn outfit, and I also did a box opening video if you want to see the little box opening. And on the back of the head, it doesn't say Donna Rubert. It's got some little markings that I can't make out. It does say Bountiful Baby, and it does say 2006. So I went on Bountiful Baby's site to see if I could see which kit this matched, because here's her sweet little face. And she kind of looked like a Sienna or an Avery, and by Denise Pratt, I guess, but just the way her little mouth was turned down, and she has a little pinched nose. But she's an open-eyed baby, and I didn't see this particular face on any of the Bountiful Baby listings. So since it's from 2006, it might very well be a discontinued kit. And so if any of you know what this cute little baby might be and who her artist is, I would love you to leave a comment in the section below and just tell me who you think it is, and I would just love to know that. But even if I don't know who it is, she is definitely a sweetie pie. And when I picked her up out of her box, she felt super heavy, and her limbs just kind of dangled and her head hung back, and I thought she weighs an awful lot, and I bet she's weighted with sand. And my intention was to take her apart anyway, because her little limbs, her tops of her feet and parts of her hands, the paint had either wore off or just over time had come off somehow, and so I was going to have to redo her limbs anyway. But I had already painted another doll that had a very similar coloring. Here's the color of the one I painted, and here's her color. It's almost, you know, maybe a shade different, but it's just close enough, it's fine. And so I gave her the new limbs, and so she's got a little open hand over here and a little closed hand right there, and beautiful little feet. And so we replaced that, and I had already weighted those limbs with fine glass beads and used brand new polyfill stuffing in them. And then I used the same body that came with her, but it was a recycled body, I think. I think this body had been on another doll or two before, because it had a cut mark up by the neck, not of the vinyl, but on the body, about the size of my baby fingernail. And that's fine. I mean, it's not nothing to hurt anything. I'm just gonna, you know, for my purposes, it's fine. But someday I might want to replace her body and give her a brand new one. But for right now, no, she is just fine. And then and she also had a waiting sac in her tummy, but that wasn't sand. That was actually fine glass beads. But since I already had some waiting sacs I had made up with my glass beads, I used mine. And then I just opened up the other one that came with her and put that in my glass beads, and just kind of am recycling that for the future to use in other dolls. And then for her head that was weighted so heavy, sure enough, there was a plastic baggie Ziploc filled with like beach sand in her there. So either beach or play sand, I couldn't tell what it was. But she's got all new glass bead for weighting all throughout her body, and all new polyfill fiber stuffing her, and she is just gorgeous, and she's just so pretty. She is about 20 inches long. I put her on a thrifted t-shirt and this little footed sleeper that's also thrifted, and the tag was missing on that, so she's either a large newborn or a small 0 to 3 months, but this sleeper and that fits her perfectly. And she's also wearing a thrifted headband, which is very cute. And like I said, her previous owner sent me 2 beautiful pacifiers. Like this one just matches her purple outfit that we're doing today. And I want to show you this little high chair I got for $2.98 at my local thrift store. And it's just cute for these little reborn babies. And she's got some toys laying up here on her tray, and her baby bottle, and her little teether. And she's just very cute now. And I'm just very pleased. I'm just so happy. I mean, this way we both got new to us dolls for the cost of postage. I mean, it was a wonderful trade. I wouldn't change a thing about what I got. I'm totally happy with this baby. And just, she's as sweet as can be. And I love that she's got beautiful eyes. They're kind of greenish, brown and gray. They're just kind of a beautiful mixture there. And I'm just tickled with her. And I wanted to show you, she came with little CZ earrings, but I actually replaced them with these little purple ones to match what she's wearing. And she's just so cute. So just wanted to introduce her to everyone, and I have already picked a name out for her, because this was like a very serendipitous thing. I wasn't looking to buy a doll. I was hoping that maybe somebody would want to trade a doll, and just out of the blue, you know, I found Amanda's name and reached out to her, and she was very willing. She communicated wonderfully. I mean, back and forth, we must have wrote each other a dozen times over the course of one day, and then mailed our babies off to each other, totally trusting each other, and we got exactly perfectly what we expected. And she's very pleased with what she got. She said so in her opening video, and I'm very pleased with what I got. And so I'm just thrilled, because I know we hear horror stories that people don't get, you know, they trade and the other person doesn't bother to send it, or they send a piece of junk, or they, you know, it's just a bad experience. Well, this was just a wonderful experience, and I'm just very pleased, and I'm very thankful. And so this baby's name, because of her wonderful way she came into my life, is Treasure, because she is a little special treasure, unexpected, and I couldn't be more happy with. She is definitely a little treasure to me. So please introduce, or I am pleased to introduce Treasure to the YouTube Reborn community, and hope that you are glad to meet this little one. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I just appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much, and we will talk later. Bye.